Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Alan Watts. And our meditation today is going to be centered on focus, the idea or the skill of focus, being able to get our mind to a place where we can focus a little bit better, more consistently on what it is we'd like our mind to be focused on. That's our journey today. The theme for today's meditation is called focus. And just before we get into Alan Watts's wisdom for today, I want to remind you that what is helpful for your meditation is to have your space be as dark as possible. Hey somebody, good morning, it's good to see you. Have your space be as dark as possible with as little outside light to intrude on your inner senses. And also earphones. If you use earphones for your meditation, then you have less distraction from the outside and more of an inner experience. Michelle, good morning. Really good to see you. All right, let's get into today's wisdom from Alan Watts. He says, this is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it is play. Be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. Hey Maggie, a very good morning. We can exchange the word engage for focus as well, as being focused on what it is that you're busy doing in this moment. And anytime we are focused, our thoughts don't wander to the past and our thoughts don't wander to the future, because when we have focus, we're being present and engaged with what it is that we're doing. So today's meditation is an exercise of improving and expanding your ability to focus. Right, and on the thought of how difficult focus is and how easily our mind wanders, Alan Watts had some really cool advice for this wandering mind that struggles to stay focused. He said, if you can concentrate the mind for 2 seconds, then you can do it for 2 minutes, and you can do it for 2 hours. Of course, if you want to make this thing horribly difficult, you begin to think about whether you are concentrating. If you want to make it difficult, you begin to wonder about, am I concentrating? Oh no, my mind is wandering. You begin to focus on how long you have concentrated and about how much longer you are going to keep it up. All this is totally off the point, says Alan Watts. He says, concentrate for 1 second, just for one. If at the end of this time your mind has wandered off, well then just come back and concentrate for another second, and then another. Nobody ever has to concentrate for more than 1 second at a time. Just this second, just this 1 second. That's all you need to concentrate for, and then just do another second. His advice is to stop thinking and worrying about whether you're able to stay focused, and just come back to being focused. Today's meditation is a journey of bringing your mind to focus, focusing on a specific thing, a specific object, and we'll make the object narrower and narrower and narrower. And every time you find your mind wandering, just simply bring it back. Good morning, Charlene. It is good to see you. All right, if you're all ready, let's do that. Let's float away on today's journey and have an exercise in focus. You can close your eyes, and here we go, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. it go. A deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself grow from your core, expanding outwards. Once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. As you breathe out, soften. As you exhale, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders and drop your head. While you continue your own full body breathing, inhaling all the way up and exhaling all the way down. Just imagine for a moment that you are sitting in a circle with the rest of us around the base of a pine tree. In the middle of our circle, a fairly large pine tree. As you continue breathing, as with every exhale your body continues softening, notice the smell of pine needles in the air. Notice where you are sitting if you were to drop your hands to the ground next to you. That under your palms and between your fingers, you'd feel a bed of pine needles. This space underneath this pine tree, this environment we find ourselves in our minds right now, will be our source of focus for the rest of our journey, allowing our mind a wide and continuously narrowing focus, purely to exercise this muscle we call focus. We'll take the next few big breaths together, helping our bodies to stretch, adjust, and settle down into the rest of our meditation. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles, big half circles to the left and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Can you curve your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone by tilting your head in one direction and tilting your hips in the opposite direction? One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch, move, adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. And having softened into a space of presence as much as we can, we'll turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel the muscles in your body. And then feel them soften. Take a deep breath in. And hold. as you release, follow the downwards flow. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in through your nose, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. You are slipping into you, being held by you. Like curling up in front of a warm fireplace, curled up in a familiar fluffy blanket. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, welcome you to you. Take your next big breath. Our journey today is exercising this muscle, this skill called focus, by giving your mind something specific to focus on. Don't expect your mind to perfectly nail this. The expectation should be that your mind will wander, and your only job is to bring it back when you realize it's wandering. I'll give you a pretty large area of focus, and you can allow your mind to wander anywhere within that area. But whenever it wanders outside of that area, just bring it back gently. Our first area of focus is everything in and around this pine tree in our circle. The tree, the animals, the soil below, the area around. So for the moment, for now, direct your mind to wander. Search and explore the space in and around this pine tree. Or whenever your mind strays too far away, simply bring it back. Take your next big breath. Be an explorer. Bring a magnifying glass or a microscope along with you. And we're still on the widest area of focus right now. Anything in and around this pine tree, the area around it, the background even. Explore all around this space. Take your next big breath. Have fun with the exercise. See if you can keep your mind to the parameters of focus. And every time your mind wanders, just gently return it again to the point of focus. We're narrowing the field of focus now. Still the pine tree, still anything in the pine tree. But for now, around the pine tree, the focus stops where our circle starts. So from our circle inwards, the soil right below, and then the pine tree. That is the area of focus, and whenever your mind wanders away from that, just return it to the area of focus. Take your next big breath. And one more time, restrict your focus to only this tree and the area directly below it. And whenever your mind wanders, gently find something in this picture to focus on again. Take your next big breath. narrowing our circle of focus to only the tree. No background, nothing below. Trunk, branches, leaves, or needles, and whatever might be in this tree. Find something to bring your attention to. And whenever your attention wanders, just gently bring it back to this tree. Take your next big breath. Again, just the tree, the branches, the needles, and whatever might be in the tree. Whenever your attention strays beyond that, just bring it back again to the area of focus and find something specific to focus on. Take your next big breath. We're narrowing our field of focus, and I want you to find in your tree just one branch. One branch only from the trunk to its tips. And maybe all of the tiny offshoots off of this branch. And also everything that this branch might hold. Everything supported by this branch. Now try and hold your attention to only this area. One branch and everything in it. And whenever your attention wanders, bring it back to this branch. Take your next big breath. If your attention wanders, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because you got a very human brain. The point is not perfectly nailing the attention, but getting the exercise. And the point of the exercise is catching your mind wandering and returning it again. Return to the same branch, only this branch. Take your next big breath. Now on this branch, we're having the narrowest point of focus. Find one pine needle. And restrict your attention to this one pine needle. And whenever your mind thinks anything else, come back to this one pine needle. Take your next big breath. And one more try. And try is the right word. Bring your attention to this one pine needle, and whenever your attention wanders, just return again and again. Take your next big breath. We'll do the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness into every fiber of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. No more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. If someone were to go to the gym with the expressed goal or intention of creating bigger biceps, you'd go to the gym on day one, you'd pick up as heavy weights as you can manage and start doing bicep curls to work these biceps. You would have no realistic goal of walking out of the gym with bigger biceps. But the point of the exercise today is not bigger biceps today, it's just to do the reps so that over time his biceps can be bigger. The point of meditation is also not to stand up from a meditation being a Zen master, but just sitting down to do the meditation, that's already doing the reps. Having your mind wander and then realizing, oh, my mind is wandering. Let me just bring it back to where we are at, what we're busy with. What am I listening to again? That is the rep. That's rep number one. And just like going to the gym, you can expect yourself to have to do many, many reps in every session, whether in the gym or in meditation. The point of the exercise is doing the reps. Catching your mind wandering and returning again to being present. Well done on a very successful meditation. It's a great idea to exercise this muscle of focus every now and again. Close your eyes, bring your attention to a single point of focus just for a few minutes, and return your mind there every time it wanders. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this amazing brain and body that each of us has. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to be playful, even if what we're doing has serious impact and consequences on our lives. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to be gentle and kind to this brain and body. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that approaching my own well-being with gentleness and kindness is the road to discovering that within me there is an immense strength, and I enable myself to be the strongest part of me by being gentle and kind towards every time that I have to catch myself being unaware or not present and simply returning. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey today. Thank you for taking your mind on a workout, applying your muscle of focus for a little while this morning. Good morning, Nella. Good morning, Jacqueline. It's good to see you. Good morning, Hardis. Thanks, Maggie. Thank you, Sunmari. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Leshna. And whoever else might be behind the scenes that I can't see. Wishing you all an awesome day. The reminder that pops into my mind is just this, about focus. We don't need to have perfect focus. We don't need to have a mind that never wanders. We simply have to find ourselves unaware, unconscious, and go, I want to be more aware. I want to be more conscious. Let me bring my mind back. And repeat. Put that on repeat all the time. Lots of love to you all. Have a beautiful day. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.